Steve, what's good, y'all? Today, I'm gonna literally talk about how we feel, how they defeated us, how they got us in the position that we in now, and how we feel in vibration. Okay, so y'all know from the beginning of the story how I told y'all in 1492 they came and they invaded the planet, and they basically defeated us in that first war, in that first battle. Okay, let's talk about that, y'all. Let's talk about it. When they came in 1492 and they did what they did, they took us away from, they destroyed all our trees, they destroyed all our crystal towers and all that kind of stuff. It literally knocked us away from nature. It took us away from nature, y'all. That is our greatest power. Y'all have to understand we are nature. That's what makes us gods, y'all. You have to understand that. Please understand that. Okay, so when they did that and they came and they basically took us away from that, we fell in vibration. That's when we became the Indians and we became the Caribbean people and we became all these tribes and shit. And that's when we started developing these different spirituality programs like voodoo and hoodoo and different ones like that. That's because those were literally connected with nature. If you understand voodoo or hoodoo or any of that, they always using different roots and herbs and shit like that to make different spells and whatnot, because it's directly connected to nature. Understand that. So what happened is, while we was doing that, these white folks and shit, they still couldn't really fuck with us like that. They still couldn't really, control us the way that they wanted to. We were still too powerful. We were still way too powerful. And we was basically kicking them white folk and them Spaniards' ass when they was coming over here trying to conquer our land and shit. We was beating them. We was kicking their ass with hoodoo and voodoo. And then on top of that, some of the people that was like captured was kicking these slave masters' ass and shit with the hoodoos and voodoos and all that. So if y'all pay attention in history, they tell you about this in school. 1692 to 1693. That's when they had the Salem witch trials, and they try to tell you in school that they was hanging white women with blue eyes. That's a complete fucking lie. Y'all can't believe that, because the blue eyes and the blonde hair, the people that they was claiming that they was hanging, those were fucking Pleiadians. Those are the ops. That's the reason why they created the Salem witch trials, because the Pleiadians could not fuck with us, y'all. The Pleiadians and these human beings and these reptilians, they still couldn't fuck with us. And we was all the way down in vibration. They still couldn't do nothing with us, y'all. So they came up with these Salem witch trials, and they tried to say that they was hanging white women, when no, y'all, no. They was killing the fuck out of our ancestors, hanging our ancestors, killing them, because we was basically, they couldn't control us. Y'all gotta understand, everything that happened in history was basically so they could control us. Everything that you hear in history, from every single war, everything was all to control us. You have to understand that. So they come with the Salem witch trials, and they killing the fuck out of so many women. They hanging them, they murdering them, they doing this shit to strike fear in people's hearts. People did not want to be called a witch, and y'all have to understand, they created that term witch. That's a word that they created. We was never calling ourselves no fucking witch or witchcraft. All that shit was created by them, y'all. Our shit was a form of spirituality. It was like our practices that we did. It was spiritual. It wasn't no fucking cult, no witchcraft shit that they label it now. These white folks, they did that. So they come with the Salem witch trials, and they killing all these people, and they hanging them. And that's striking so much fear through our ancestors. So our ancestors that's when they started really turning to Jesus, because they had to. They had to, y'all. That's the reason why some of y'all are so hooked on this Jesus Christ shit, because it's inside your DNA. They forcefully embedded that shit on your DNA, because they was killing everybody who didn't want to accept it. And y'all cannot disagree with that. I know y'all gonna try to somehow back it up and say, oh, we've been Christians. We've been, no. None of that shit was us. And that's another thing. Christian is another English word. We wasn't speaking English. We was not speaking English. That's why they could not fuck with us. That's another reason why they couldn't fuck with us, because we had our own language. They took us away from our own language. They took us away from our roots. They took us out of nature. They took us out of nature. They took us out of nature. And they put us in these concentration camps, these ghettos, these projects that's in the middle of a fucking city with railroad tracks all around. This is basically a concentration camp taking you away from the roots. You notice, and you go to the ghettos, you go to the projects, you go to the hoods, you don't see no fucking nature around there, do you? None, because they know that's where we come from, y'all. Understand that the Bible is the trap. That's the trap, y'all. Christianity is the trap. Our religions is the trap. That's what's making us suffer. Understand that. I promise you, you are not going to be destroyed if you pay attention. You are not going to get sent to hell. You are not going to have to face no Jesus Christ. I promise y'all. All of that shit is a lie. It's fear. It's fear to keep you under control, because you are a powerful being. You are powerful beyond measure. They cannot fuck with you. So they had to create these religions and shit to take you away from the natural roots. So let's get back to it. So they come in 1492, we fall in vibration, we become Indians, and we still are connected to nature. We still are in tribes. We still doing shit in nature. They still couldn't fuck with us at that time. So they come with the Bible, which lead us to where we are now. Y'all see where we at in vibration now, where everybody, just keep praying, baby. Just keep praying. Everything gonna be okay. Just keep praying. That shit right there is basically why we are so fucked up right now. Why we have no power now. Why we are so quick to just bend over and just beg these white folks for something. Everybody always we gotta vote for so-and-so because he gonna do this. Notice how we always trying to beg somebody else instead of doing it ourselves. This is all done on purpose, y'all. The Bible is a trap. And everybody, all these so-called black folks that y'all see out there that's like praising, that's doing this Jesus Christ, some of them people ain't even fucking real people. They clones and fucking bots, Mach 5 robots and shit, to make y'all fall for the trap, to make y'all believe in the Bible. And you have to understand the reason why some of y'all, like your grandma and maybe your parents, and the reason why these people are so hooked on this shit, the reason why they get so mad when you talk about it and whatnot, is because they was literally coming and killing people who didn't believe in the Bible. And this is in history. How come none of y'all never question that? Why was they killing people who didn't want to believe in Jesus Christ? Why? Why don't y'all ever ask that? They try to tell you, oh, they was killing the Palestinians. They was killing us, black people. They wasn't killing no Palestinians. They wasn't hanging no white women with the witch trials. They wasn't doing that shit. They was killing us. Us, y'all. All the history is a lie. History is a lie. The Bible is the biggest oppressor that we have, y'all. It is the biggest oppressor, and I cannot stress that enough. I can't. And the reason why I'm so passionate about this shit, because I know it's the truth. I know it's the truth. The Bible is what's locking us down here. Once people get away from this Bible and they accept that we are not Christians, we are not Jehovah's Witnesses, we are not Hebrew Israelites, we are not Muslims, we are not none of that. We are spiritual people that's connected to nature. That's what we are. That's the reason why your whole body is connected to nature. Everything about you is nature. That's the reason why you can sit in the sun for hours and hours and not burn your skin. Because the sun is our source. Y'all, wake the fuck up. Y'all have to wake up and get out of this Bible. The Bible is the trap, y'all. I promise. I'm not lying about nothing. I wouldn't be saying this shit with all this passion if I didn't know it was the truth. We have to get out of this Bible. We have to. You have to get out of the Bible. Don't let nobody sit and tell you, oh, he's possessed. How the fuck am I possessed by any type of fucking demon? My heart is way more righteous than any of y'all's. I do things for people that people would never do for me. Never. I done gave my last to people when I shouldn't have. You cannot sit here and tell me, and here's the thing about this, and I say this with straight confidence, if so-called God, if there really is a God in heaven that's really going to be judging me, if he really wants to send me to hell just because I don't believe in the Bible, shit, I'll go myself. Because I know what type of person I am. And I know that I don't deserve no fucking treatment like that. I am one of the most righteous, most loving-hearted beings on this fucking planet. And I don't care what nobody say. I don't care. Y'all be thinking that y'all gonna go, most of y'all is evil as hell. Y'all judge people. You talk about people behind their back. You do all kinds of things to make people hurt. You cause pain in people's lives. And you think just because you a Christian that you gonna be saved. Nigga, no the fuck you not. You not going nowhere. You gonna be stuck right here while people like me are gonna be the ones that get saved. Because I know the truth. I know who I am. I know where I came from. I know my roots, and I will not let these white folks fool me. Y'all are being deceived, man. You are worshiping Satan. All religions was created by Satan, and it only makes sense because if you think about it, why wouldn't it be? This is Satan's realm. Wouldn't he create religions so he can fool as many people as he can to bring down with him? Use your head. Y'all are not making no sense by trying to say, and here's another thing. There is more of you than there is me. There's way more people that's in religions than there is people that know the truth. There's way more of you than there is me. So how in the fuck would I be the one that's going to hell? When they always say, don't follow the crowd. Don't be a sheep. Don't they always say that? I'm not following the crowd. I'm following myself. Y'all the ones that's following the crowd. Y'all the ones that's being led by the shepherd. I'm the lone wolf that's attacking the shepherds and the sheeps. I'm attacking both of them because I'm attacking the shepherd because the shepherd is misleading the sheep to the slaughter. And I'm attacking the sheep because the sheep is blindly following the shepherd to the slaughter. Y'all have to understand this, man. You have to understand it. Anyways, man, I really, really hope I touched the hearts of some of y'all. I really hope I did because the time is now. The time is now. Anyways, y'all, I'm out. Chief.